grandparents, aunts, uncles, friends, family, and all these awesome kids. It's our third terrific kid ceremony this year. Okay, anyways, as you can see, they're so cute and they're all dressed up and ready for this. So let's get started, and thank you to Kiwanis for being here again. Introduce Mr. Dale, our assistant principal, who will be reading all the wonderful things that the teachers wrote about the kids this morning. And please feel free to take as many pictures as you'd like. Go ahead, Mr. Dale.
You want me to finish up, Kirk? You want to say something? Okay. All right, we'll start. All right, our first terrific kid for this third 9 weeks is Dontavian Hampton from Miss Howisher's class. Miss Howisher says, my terrific kid is Dontavian Hampton. This is my second year with Dontavian, and I'm so very proud of the progress he is making. He has met and exceeded many of our expectations. Watching him participate in morning calendar and singing with enthusiasm is always a great way to start the day. His smiles, hugs, brings joy to our classroom. We are so proud of his accomplishments and are thrilled to have him in our class. Thanks, Miss Howisher. Okay, thanks. Annika Benton from Miss Weidmiller. It is my pleasure to recognize Annika Benton as our class terrific kid. I marvel at her awesome attitude towards school. She follows directions and listens attentively. She puts forth excellent effort when completing assignments. She does her very best on every task she is given. She is a responsible young lady and one I would trust with most anything. As a result of her superb behavior and attitude, she has learned a lot this year. She has made amazing gains in both reading and math. I am very proud of Annika. It truly melts my heart when I see the success she is having. Annika has worked hard and deserves this special recognition. I have great confidence in her continued success and wish her the very best. Good job, Annika. Miss Weidmiller. Jessie Fryer from Miss Thompson. Miss Thompson says that Jessie Fryer is her terrific kid. He is a sweet and loving little boy. He arrives at school each day with a smile. He is an enthusiastic learner who is eager to participate in class activities. I am so proud of the progress he is making in school this year. It is a delight to have Jessie in my class, Mrs. Thompson. Tigerian Johnson from Miss Perpich, Miss Crystal, and Miss Samantha's class. Our terrific kid this 9 weeks is Tigerian Johnson, also known as Ty J. He continues to be a leader and a positive role model in class. He is always willing to help his friends and his teachers. Ty J always participates in all of our activities and one of the happiest people in our class. He makes our day brighter and our hearts bigger. Thank you for being our terrific kid. Ms. Perpich. Tristan Smith from Miss Bird's class. I have the privilege to have such a sweet, helpful, and caring young man in class this year. Tristan brightens my day every day with his adorable smile and kind heart. I remember one day a student in class responded to a homework assignment stating they did not have anyone at home to help them. Tristan quickly responded, telling him he could help when they got to their daycare. He was willing to give up his time to help someone else. His thoughtfulness and kindness is truly remarkable and a blessing to everyone in our class and to others he meets along the way. Tristan, I am so proud of you. You work so hard, always going above and beyond everything I ask. I love watching you grow and learn so much. Thank you for caring about your friends and being such a good friend to everyone. Mrs. Berg. Sarah Stewart from Miss Dayton Auto. When you look up the definition for star student, you would find a picture of Sarah Stewart. She is such a smart, loving, and genuine friend to all students in my classroom. I know that I can rely on Sarah to lend a hand when needed, give a friend a hug, and always try her very best. It has been such a joy to see the tremendous progress that Sarah has made this year. Keep up the great work, Sarah. Miss Dayton Auto. Valerie Cruz from Mrs. Dowdle. Valerie Cruz is a terrific kid for many reasons. She does a great job following classroom rules. I can always count on her to set a good example for other children. She works hard to complete her work and always tries her best. She is also a kind and considerate friend to others in class. Valeria is a soft-spoken, sweet, and beautiful little girl with a bright future. She is a very respectful student with great manners. Valeria is truly a terrific kid. Mrs. Dowdle. Elijah Ibanez from Mrs. Hendrick. I think all of my students are terrific, but Elijah has been chosen as my terrific kid this 9 weeks for several reasons. Elijah is respectful, kind, and thoughtful. He compliments his friends when they do something positive and is helpful in anyone that needs a hand. Elijah pays close attention while I am teaching, and it shows because he is becoming a fantastic reader and writer. I feel very fortunate to have him in my class this year, and I know his classmates feel the same way. We are all proud of you, Elijah. You are truly a terrific kid. Mrs. Hendrick. Tamara Peoples from Mrs. Johnston's class. Tamara enters the room every day eager to learn. She has a smile for everyone. Tamara is polite and a good helper. Tamara is a good listener, always participates, completes all tasks, and encourages others. Tamara adds joy to our class. These are some of the many reasons why I chose her as a terrific kid. Miss Johnston. From Miss Jordan's class, Star Fritzinger. Star is our terrific kid. She comes to school every day greeting her teacher with a big hug and a precious smile. She is so eager to begin each day, anticipating learning something new. Star is a wonderful little reader, sounding out new words, reading with expression, and helping her partners follow along. She is an author, creating her own imaginative stories with illustrations and sentences that she loves reading to her classmates. One of her favorite things to do is to be the teacher in her group, teaching them number bonds and equations. She is always kind and offers such encouraging words to all of her class family. Star has such a big, precious heart and her love for others shines through every day. She is a very wonderful role model for all of us, and we love her very much. Mrs. Jordan. Sandra Edwards for Mrs. Crawford. I have chosen Sandra as my terrific kid. Sandra shows up daily, determined to do her absolute best in all that she does. She is always eager to learn new things and beyond willing to help others. Sandra is also a wonderful example to her classmates. Each day she has excellent behavior and a positive attitude. She has a sweet and kind personality that everyone enjoys. It is an absolute pleasure to have Sandra as a student in our class. She is a great friend, a hard worker, and an excellent student. Sandra is definitely a terrific kid. From Ms. Croft's class, Giselle Diaz Espino. Giselle is truly a terrific kid. She always greets the class each day with a bright smile. She comes to school excited and eager to learn. Giselle is a wonderful leader. She always helps her teammates as well as her class when they need help on any of their assignments. She is a positive and encouraging student to her class members. Giselle is an asset to our class. I am honored to nominate Giselle for Terrific Kid. Congratulations. Kylie Rey Snyder for Mrs. Dollar. Kylie Rey is our terrific kid for many excellent reasons. She comes to school each day with a positive attitude and a willingness to learn. Her peers absolutely love her as a friend because her caring attitude is so contagious. She came to us just a few short months ago, and I'm so glad she did because she is a wonderful role model for her classmates, and she is so caring and demonstrates it each day here at school. I am proud to have her in class this year. Thank you for being such a positive asset to our class. Mrs. Dollar. From Miss Murray, Stanford Givens. Stanford is a student of my class at Browning-Pearce Elementary. I really enjoy having him as a student. He is very caring. He senses when a person is not feeling their best. I often see him tending to that person's need to help them feel better. He is the kind of student that is always willing to help a person in need. Stanford is very polite and well-mannered. He treats his classmates with respect. In return, he receives respect from his classmates. Stanford is a student that strives to do his best. Whenever I give him an assignment, Stanford takes his time to make sure he does the assignment correctly without mistakes. When a mistake is made, he cheerfully goes back to his desk to correct it. Stanford is a terrific kid. I really enjoy having him as a student. Mrs. Murray. Christopher Hill for Mrs. Murrow. I have chosen Christopher Hill to be our terrific kid for the third 9 weeks. He is a hard worker and is always eager to learn something new. Christopher is also a great teammate and partner to those at his table. He always helps his team to stay on track and consistently willing to lend a helping hand. He tries so hard in everything he tackles. He really knows how to give 110%. It is a pleasure to have Christopher as a student in my class. His quiet strength and beaming smile will make anyone's day. Mrs. Murrow. From Mr. Smith's class, Paxton Sweat. My pick for terrific kid is Paxton Sweat. Paxton is a hard-working student who always tries his best at everything he does. He's a great helper to me and his fellow classmates. Whenever someone is in need, you can count on Paxton to offer a helping hand. Paxton, you are truly a terrific kid, and it has been a pleasure having you in my class. Mr. Smith. For Mrs. Wall's class, Jessica Razo Perez. I chose Jessica as our terrific kid for our first grade class. Jessica has a sweet, easygoing personality. She always maintains a good attitude no matter the activity. Her positive and kind spirit makes her true joy to be around. Jessica is trustworthy and honest. I know that I can always count on her. She is a huge help to me and her classmates. I can always count on Jessica to come in class prepared and ready to learn. She has a willingness to learn and always tries her best in every subject. Jessica is such a wonderful little girl, and I'm so proud and blessed to be her teacher. Mrs. Wall. From Miss Browning's class, Abigail Maillard. Abigail is a terrific kid for the third 9 weeks in Miss Browning's second grade class. Abigail is a hard worker and thoughtful student who is always willing to lend a helping hand. She comes in each morning focused and ready to work with a smile on her face. She is also a child that loves learning. Abigail was also a wonderful student. She has an inquisitive mind and is always looking for answers to her questions. Abigail is also helpful around the classroom. She looks for ways to help out others, whether it's cleaning up the room at the end of the day or running an errand. I can always count on Abigail to get the job done. I would like to thank Abigail for her hard work and dedication to her education. Mrs. Brown. Gavin Canada for Mr. Duke. Gavin is most deserving of this Terrific Kid Award. Gavin is a great addition to our class. He is very thoughtful in the class and is always willing to help out others. Gavin brings a smile to the class whether it's a Monday or Friday that's contagious. He can be quiet but speaks up when he knows what he is going to say and is going to be helpful to all of us, which is most of the time. I know that when it comes to something that needs to be done, all I need to do is ask Gavin to help, and I know it will be done to the best of his ability. Gavin truly deserves this award, and I'm happy to have him in my class this year. Gavin is one of those students that you want in your classroom because it makes your job of coming to school and teaching a lot easier. Mr. Duke. Emily Mann for Mrs. Carpenter. Mrs. Carpenter nominates Emily Mann as her Terrific Kid for the third 9 weeks. Emily is an outstanding model of a terrific kid. She is kind toward her fellow students, and she is an awesome team player. She is on task during her lessons, and she is an excellent active listener. She's also very dependable when it comes to making sure that her team is prepped and ready to go. She's always willing to lend a helping hand to her classmates, teammates, and teacher. Emily is also a very dedicated student. She has worked hard on her reading counts this year. She comes to school early every day to take tests in the morning before school starts. She has the most points in the class and most points out of the entire second grade. This is what makes Emily a terrific kid. Omarion Maxwell from Miss Lisa's class. Superman may be able to leap over tall buildings, but that is nothing compared to heights Omarion is soaring to. It is an honor to nominate Omarion Maxwell as Terrific Kid. Omarion has made a tremendous amount of progress this year in every academic area. His effort in the classroom is improving daily. He is on his way to becoming an awesome leader. Omarion is described as a cool kid in the classroom. When he is challenged, look out, he plays to win. I am lucky to have Omarion in my classroom. He always has a smile ready for me at the moment I really need one. Thank you, Omarion, for being a terrific kid. Mrs. Lisa. Amaree Leonard for Miss Vieira. It is with great pleasure that I nominate Amaree as our terrific kid. She comes in school every morning with a huge smile and great attitude. She is always ready to learn and ready to help those who need a little extra hand. She is always sweet, polite, and kind to others. She loves talking about her sisters and 7 brothers, and she absolutely loves to talk about her mom. One of her best qualities is a huge desire to make others feel good about themselves. She is always looking for extra time to write sweet notes to friends and teachers. Amaree just makes our classroom a better place. Miss Vieira. From Miss Wilson's class, Cheyenne Perry. Cheyenne Perry is my terrific kid. Cheyenne always comes into class with her smile on her face and an encouraging word for her classmates. She is very conscientious of her classwork. She takes great care in making sure it is neat, orderly, and done in a timely fashion. Cheyenne is a very well-mannered and courteous young lady. She is a very dependable and trustworthy student. She is always attentive in class and follows the class rules. She is willing to help any of her classmates. I am very proud to have Cheyenne Perry as my terrific kid. From Miss Yeomans, Caleb Stallings. I would like to nominate Caleb Stallings as a terrific kid for the third 9 weeks. Caleb has come out of his shell this year and become not only a great friend to others, but a wonderful student. On several occasions this year, I have noticed Caleb attempting to get his friends to do the right things in class and trying to help them be better students. He has been prepared in class and is always listening closely while the lessons are going on, which shows during our centers because he always knows what to do. He is anxious to participate and is a student that I can truly say I trust. If at any point he is not doing what he is supposed to be doing, he quickly fixes it and keeps a positive attitude. I am so proud of Caleb for being a wonderful student and for all of the progress he's made this year. Congratulations, Caleb. Mrs. Yeomans. Autumn Mull for Miss Ballard. The class voted for Autumn Mull to be our terrific kid, and I could not agree more. Autumn is a very helpful and kind girl. She is thoughtful when dealing with people in her group and in the class. She is very concerned about her academics and always tries to do her best job on all the assignments. She will be the first to help someone in need in her group. She is liked by her peers, and her teacher thinks she is awesome. She is a great peer tutor. Autumn is truly a terrific kid, and I know she has a bright future ahead. It has been an honor to teach a student like Autumn Mull this year. Miss Ballard. From Miss Blitch's class, Colin Auto. Mrs. Blitch's class, terrific kid for the third quarter, is Kaitlyn Auto. Kaitlyn has been an absolute pleasure to have in my class this year and continues to impress me each day. She has such an amazing personality, and her smile can light up a room. Her manners are out of this world, and she truly knows the meaning of respect. Kaitlyn doesn't ever complain about work and is always working to make sure she stays on top of her assignments. I am so honored to have had Kaitlyn in my class this year, and I wish great success in years to come. Kaitlyn, you are a terrific kid. Patel for Mrs. Davis. I have chosen to represent my class as terrific kid. Is very ambitious about learning. He comes to class each day well prepared to do his very best. He always follows directions for the first time and encourages others to do so also. He works well with his classmates and is a positive role model to his peers. Everyone knows they can count on for a helping hand and a word of advice. I thoroughly enjoy having as my student. He always has a positive attitude toward anything that comes his way. He also has a friendly and caring spirit about him that everyone loves. I look forward to seeing succeed in many ways in the years to come. He is definitely a terrific kid all the way around. For Miss McDougall, Jasmine Berger. Myself and class has nominated Jasmine Berger as our terrific kid. Jasmine is an all-around student, being that she does everything required of her and more. She is always willing to lend a helping hand to anyone who needs one. She completes everything that is required of her, plus more, always going the extra step even when she does not have to. Jasmine strives to do her very best, and when she feels she has not, she goes that extra inch further to do so. She is always pleasant and smiling and a joy to have in class. For these reasons and many more, she is definitely a terrific kid. For Miss Owens' class, Jordan Smith. It is with great pleasure I introduce to you a funny, sweet, intelligent, wonderful, terrific kid, Jordan Smith. Jordan is simply an absolute joy to have in class. I feel so incredibly privileged to be Jordan's teacher this year. She is so enthusiastic about learning new knowledge, and she is always willing to lend a helping hand to any of her peers in need. She happens to be the little artist in my class. She's very well-mannered, and I've never known Jordan to raise her voice or become upset with any of her friends in class. She's very thankful for her education. I hear it every day. Jordan is definitely a great asset to my class. She brightens each day with her good mornings and contagious smile. Remember, the sky is the limit, and never give up on your dreams. Keep reading. Mrs. Owens. From Miss Amanda Reed's class, Minerva Basilio Solano. Minerva is one of those students that every teacher wants in their classroom. She comes in with a smile and a positive attitude every morning. She is a friend to everyone. She treats teachers, friends, and classmates with respect and love. She is always considerate of the feelings of others. She befriends people who are lonely and helps others whenever she can. The word quit is not in her vocabulary. She is a capable, intelligent, and caring little girl who will go far in life. She is an absolute joy to teach. Minerva is a bright spot in my day and truly a terrific kid. From Miss Zillis, Katie Tincher. Katie Tincher is a terrific kid for third 9 weeks. Her classmates always seek out Katie to work with. She is the kind of student that makes teachers proud. She makes the best choices. Katie works well in a team situation, but she is also highly successful at individual tasks. Not only is Katie a great student, she's also a wonderful person. She has a positive, kind, and sensitive demeanor. You can find Katie enjoying school every day because she has a love for learning. She expresses herself in a confident way. She is considerate of others and will help a struggling student in a caring manner. Yes, Katie Tincher is a terrific kid for the third 9 weeks. But more importantly, she will become a more terrific, kind, and successful adult in the future. Go, Katie. Ms. Freeman nominates Mr. Stone Thompson. Stone is an exceptional model of what it means to be a terrific kid. He comes to school every day with the energy to take on any task. Stone is a natural-born leader. He leads his peers in a way that is encouraging and helpful, but also full of healthy competition. Stone is always keeping his teammates on their toes. He challenges them to be better. He is always willing to lend a helping hand to his classmates and his teacher. Mrs. Freeman can always rely on Stone to be an active participant in class. He's an honest student with a heart of gold. Stone is a great role model for his peers, and this is why it is a great honor to have Mr. Stone Thompson as Miss Freeman's terrific kid. From Miss McDonald's class, Rodner Vasquez. Rodner is an outstanding young boy who deserves to be recognized. Rodner is always willing to go the extra mile in his class and in any area that is asked of him. He never gives up, he never gets frustrated or has a bad attitude. He has made tremendous growth in his academics this year because of his willingness to keep learning. Rodner has a contagious smile with the biggest dimples. He is a great friend to everyone and loves to take reading counts tests. He is a hard worker and I expect great things from him in the future. We are proud to have him as a part of our classroom family. He is truly our terrific kid, Miss McDonald. From Miss Sweat's class, Miley Watson. Miley is a prime example of a terrific kid. She comes to school every day with the bubbliest attitude and is always eager to learn. No matter what the task is at hand, Miley puts a big smile on her face and is ready to tackle it. Miss Sweat can always count on Miley to be an active participant in class. She is always willing to help in any way needed, no matter what the task is. I can always count on Miley to be a remarkable role model for her fellow classmates, Mrs. Sweat. Amber Edwards from Mrs. Taylor. Mrs. Taylor selects Amber as our terrific kid for the third 9 weeks. Amber is an outstanding student who always tries to do her best in class and at all times. She is a great friend and is always willing to help others. Amber is outgoing and is an awesome motivation to the rest of the students in class. Amber is our terrific kid, Mrs. Taylor. From Miss Bennett, Miss Wade's class, Kaitlyn Mayberry. There are many reasons why Kaitlyn Mayberry is our terrific kid. Kaitlyn loves to learn. She comes to school prepared every day. She looks forward to learning new things. She is a positive and kind to everyone in class. She is not only helpful to her teacher, but to her classmates as well. When she notices something needed, a little help, she quietly explains the work and again helps them feel successful. She has leadership qualities that no other students try to emulate. I am truly honored to have Kaitlyn in my class. Mrs. Wade. Brianna Lawhorn for Mrs. Yeoman. Brianna is the sunshine in my class that truly brightens my day. She turns her work in on time and completes the learning goals at hand. She continues to improve every day because of her determination to succeed. Brianna challenges herself by setting and attaining new goals, which sets her apart and makes her that special student that teachers adore. Her eagerness to please, her friendly smile, and her willingness to help others are what makes her an exceptional student. Brianna's energetic attitude towards her schoolwork and classmates is why I'm proud to say Brianna Lawhorn is my terrific kid. Miss Yeoman. Brianna Smith for Mr. Bergen. It goes without saying that a terrific kid must be, in fact, be terrific. But what does terrific mean? Does it mean being a positive ray of light? Does it mean making me laugh? Does it mean keeping me, the teacher, inspired to do and be a better person? In regards to Brianna Smith, it means all of that and so much more. Brianna Smith is smart, witty, hardworking, and most of all, inspiring. Every Friday when Brianna's gifted teacher, Mrs. Carey, calls to let me know to send her down, I wince just a bit knowing that I have to let her go for a good part of the day. It has been and will always be a pleasure to call myself Brianna's teacher and she my student. Brianna is truly my terrific kid, Mr. Bergen. Silas Smith for Mrs. Hutchison. Our fifth grade class nominates Silas to be our terrific kid. Silas is an outstanding student. He continually tries his hardest, gets along with everyone, volunteers to help around the classroom, helps any friend in need, displays good manners, and is eager to learn. As his teacher, I am pleased to have the opportunity to educate such a sweet and thoughtful child. Silas always wants to help and learn more. He truly believes he can do better and strives to problem solve in each skill daily. Thankfully, Silas is a vital part of our classroom family. We are very pleased to have Silas as our terrific kid. Ms. Hutchison. From Ms. Jones' class, Chamiah Harris. Chamiah is kind to others. She is always there to lend a helping hand when needed. She gets her work completed and puts great pride in all of her assignments. She uses her manners and is very respectful to her classmates and others. Her caring nature is just one of the reasons we are so lucky to have her in our class. Mrs. Jones. For Miss Reed, Jevon Ray. Jevon Ray is our terrific kid. Jevon is a wonderful student who always turns his assignments in on time and does his very best on each assignment. Jevon is the hardest worker in our class. He does whatever is asked of him with no complaints. Jevon is a kind and helpful person to his classmates. He volunteers to help any of his classmates when he sees help is needed. He never expects anything in return for his kindness. He respects his teachers, his classmates, and his school. More importantly, he respects himself by working hard and never giving up. I know Jevon will be successful at anything he does because he is truly a terrific kid. I feel blessed to be his teacher this year. Mrs. Reed. Last but not least, we have Brianna Langley for Mrs. Stallings' class. I have nominated Brianna Langley as my terrific kid for the third 9 weeks. When Brianna first came to my class, I think she was a little unsure of me, but quickly she came to know me and trust me. I have watched her grow in confidence this year. She is turning into quite a mathematician, but don't let anyone tell you that. Brianna is an amazing artist who loves to teach others to draw as well. She is also a loving singer of Japanese songs. Brianna is fiercely protective over her friends and will defend them always. I have enjoyed watching Brianna express her true self this year. I will truly miss her next year, but I know she will go on to do great things. Mrs. Stallings.
Let me just take a second to say that, with over 730 kids here, At Browning-Pearce, it's a really big school, and I would say that all of our kids are terrific, but it's really exceptional when these students are picked out by their teachers, and we only do this a few times a year. So I'm very proud of them, and everything the teachers said about them is absolutely true. They are amazing, and they are terrific. So thank you very much for coming. Thank you, Mr. Overturf, for being here. We appreciate you and Kiwanis very much for making this possible. You all have a good time with your kids. If you're going to celebrate with them, make sure you check them out in the front office and sign them out. Thank you very much.
Look around, the changes catch your eye, and you come to realize one can make a difference. Reach out, stand out, find out what it's all about. See it all, stand tall, be there to catch them when they fall. Life is bigger than just one. But one can make a difference. Nothing changes quite as much as change, and the things we rearrange, trying to make a difference. Reach down, deep down, look at the sky of another town. Listen well, the wind will tell you something good is in the air. Oh, life is bigger than just one. Oh, but one can make a difference. All about, see it all, stand tall, be there to catch them when they fall. Reach out and stand down, find out what it's all about now. See it all, stand tall, be there to catch them when they fall. Life is bigger than just one. But one can make a difference. Life is bigger than just one. But one can make a difference.